Hello everyone. I welcome you all to the Time YouTube channel. Yeah, and welcome to the session. And in this session, we are going to take up a very interesting topic, that is logical reasoning shortcuts and smart approaches for IPMAT. Uh, Let us see the main agenda of this session. How to prepare for various topics that are going to appear in our actual exam, and what are all the shortcut methods. Maybe for all the questions we not be able to apply the shortcut methods, but wherever it is possible we definitely need to apply the shortcut methods. So for what kind of questions there will be a shortcuts, and that all I am going to tell you, and strategies to answer the question. That is nothing but a smart approaches. These two are the main agenda of this session. So first we'll discuss about what are all the different topics that they're going to give you in the actual exam. Right. These are the topics that they are going to give you. And when it comes to the indoor exam, IPM indoor exam, you will be given only analytical puzzles. You will be given only analytical puzzles, that to one set. One set of 3 to 5 questions. When it comes to the indoor, you will be given only one set, that 2 or 3 to 5 questions, not more than that. Last year it was only 3 questions, but before that they also gave 5 questions. Okay, and it is a part of quantitative ability section. It is a part of quantitative ability section. There won't be any separate section called logical reasoning in the indoor. But whereas when you come to the Rohatech, definitely you will be given all these topics: number series, letter series, analogies. Even in the analogies, number analogies, letter analogies, verbal analogies, odd may note questions. Even in the odd may note subcategories, number odd may note, letter odd may note, verbal odd may note questions. And another important topic, coding and decoding, letter sequence. Now, my dears, you need to understand carefully that for the first 3 topics, wherever we have mentioned numbers, we need to remember certain things that I will tell you after this one, after explaining the syllabus. I mean, the various topics. And wherever it is mentioned letter, certain things that we need to remember, including coding and decoding. Even in the coding and decoding also, we are going to use the same techniques. Okay. Letter sequence and some miscellaneous kind of questions, blood relations, direction sense, one of the important area. Missing number in figures, regularly they will give. Symbols and notations, they won't miss in the exam. Definitely they are going to give. Okay. Next, counting number of figures. It could be triangles or it could be rectangles, squares, circles. A counting number of figures. Venn diagrams. In the Venn diagrams, the 2 types of questions: data-based questions and diagram-based questions. Syllogisms are also known for deductions. These are the standard topics that they are going to give you in a Rohatech exam. Okay, it is not that all the topics they will take up in 1 year. They have picked some topics in 1 year, and they picked some other areas. It's like that. So it is all cumulative of all the topics. Non-verbal reasoning, and even in the non-verbal reasoning, you may be given images, paper cutting, folding, and non-verbal series, non-verbal analogies, odd may note, this kind of question, and analytical puzzles. This is very important area for both the exams, Rohtak as well as indoor. In the indoor, you will be given only one set, that is directly puzzle. Even in the Rohtak also, you will be given around 2 to 3 puzzles. Okay, I will tell you what could be the smart approach. What are all the techniques that you have to know, answer the questions in the within the stipulated time. That all going to explain you in the upcoming slides. Cubes and dice. Right, where for the dice we can apply the shortcut techniques, And for the cubes, we have certain number of formulas. By remembering that formulas, you may be able to answer the questions in a very, very quick time. Critical reasoning, where the reading skills are very, very important. There won't be any shortcut techniques, but I can give you the suggestions. What are all the prerequisites that are needed to answer the critical reasoning questions? Clocks, calendars, data sufficiency questions. If you are thorough with all the concepts, answering the data sufficiency questions will be very easy. You may be given a questions from analytical puzzles in the data sufficiency, or you may be given a coding and decoding, blood relations, or direction sense questions. If you're thorough with those topics, then automatically you can answer even the data sufficiency questions as well. But the only thing that you have to know is what is the pattern of the data sufficiency. That you must know. After that, that concept definitely will help you to answer these questions, right? So these are all the topics that you have for as your syllabus. Now here the important thing is analytical puzzles. Let us start with analytical puzzles, which is common for both, which is common for both the exams. Let me take up that first. Now, first we'll see what are the different areas that we have in analytical puzzles. We have linear arrangement, circular arrangement, ordering and sequencing, distributions questions, and quant-based reasoning questions, where some values will be involved. Okay, that kind of questions. Generally, they will ask you in indoor exam. Okay, and in the linear arrangement, they may also give you floor arrangement questions. Okay, linear arrangement is either a row arrangement or a queue arrangement. A floor arrangement is nothing but queue arrangement kind of questions. Okay. And circular arrangement. Even in the circular arrangement, you may be given only circle related questions, or you may be also be given a square related questions, ordering and sequencing questions, distributions questions, and quant based reasoning questions. These are all the different kind of areas that we get in analytical puzzles. Now, let us take a sample question which was given actually in indoor exam. How they're going to present the analytical puzzles, how we need to analyze the given one, that we'll see. They won't give difficult, but the logical approach is very, very important to complete the question in less time. Okay. And whatever the tricky points they'll give you, that you need to analyze. So, but before going to that, I will tell you to complete these questions in less time. What are all the technical terms that you need to remember? The first important term is left. Whether in the linear arrangement or circular arrangement, the common term that we are going to get is left. And another term that you need to understand is right side. Left side and right side. And one more important term is immediate left. Immediate left. All these terms you should know before going to the exam, or to complete the questions in the stipulated time. And immediate right, you should also know about immediate left, immediate right. And also you need to understand the difference between the left and immediate left. When it comes to the linear, they are not equal. But when it comes to the circular, they are equal. So that you need to understand. Okay. In the linear arrangement, left need not be immediate left. But in the circular arrangement, left to be treated as the immediate left. Similarly, for a right side, right, immediate right. And also you should know the difference between the terms between, exactly between, exactly between. You need to understand the difference between these two terms as well. Between means it could be anywhere in the row. Exactly between means even it could be anywhere in the row, but there should it has to follow the equidistance. If it is said that A sits between B and C, it means A may be the only person sitting between B and C, or along with A, there could also be other persons possible. Similarly, if it is given exactly between, A sits exactly between B and C, A may be the only person sitting between B and C, or along with A, there could also be other persons possible. But the major difference between these two is here, it has to follow the rule of equidistance. But the same here it is not. That you need to understand. And next, ahead, a behind, ahead, a behind. These are the technical terms that you should know. Eighth one, only. This is also one of the important term, only. Suppose and take an example. There are five people. One, two, three, four, five people. They are comparing their heights. Let's say one, two, three, four, five are the positions. One being the tallest and five being the shortest. Okay, one being the tallest or five being the shortest. Now it is said that A is shorter than B. It is said that A is shorter than B. Now, when it is said that A is shorter than B, A could come in any of these places. A can come in any of these places, and B can come in any of these four places. By placing anywhere that you can satisfy that condition, A is shorter than B. But if it is said that A is shorter than only B, A is shorter than only B, then you can say that A should come in the second place and B should come in the first place. A is shorter than only B. It means A is the second tallest or B is the tallest. So here you can fix the positions because of the term only. So the term only is very, very crucial. Not only here, everywhere. The term only is crucial. Next. Other important terms like adjacent, neighbors, next to. All these are actually one and the same, but these are all you should know before going to the exam. By knowing all these terms, you will be able to complete the questions in less times. Without knowing the terms, you cannot solve the puzzles. That is the basic thing. And some other important term like at least, at least, at most. At most means a max. At least means a minimum. All these terms will help you. Okay. Without knowing this, solving the questions, it is not possible. Okay. And if suppose circular arrangement is given, you should know how to start. You can start with any person in the arrangement from any place. Let's say there is 8 people arrangement. You may start with any clue and with any position that you should know before going to the exam. These are all the techniques that can be taught only in the class and that you should know. These are the smart approaches. You should know how to solve the set. You should know the approach to solve the set because each puzzle is a unique. So you should know the approaches before going to the exam. For the ordering and sequencing kind of questions, you should fix the arrangement like this, either in the ascending order or descending order. If it is a linear arrangement, you should take the places. You should take the linear arrangement, row arrangement. You should know that. A distribution, you have to fill the table and you have to fix the one variable. That all you should know. Then only you can complete the questions. Okay. Now let's see one of the set which was given in actual exam. Right. This one is a set. Okay. Now you can see the set. A pharmaceutical company has tested 5 drugs on 3 different organisms. The following incomplete table reports if a drug works on the given organism. For example, drug A works on organism R. This drug A works on organism R. While B and C work on Q. While B and C work on Q. This is a partial information given to us. Okay. Now, so P, Q, R are the organisms. A, B, C, D are the drugs. Now we have given 4 clues. So we have to analyze the clues and we have to find out which drug works on which organism. That we need to find out. Okay. Now, each drug means we are talking about A, B, C, D, E drugs. No, Kusha, it is not that session. This is different, that is different. Here we are going to discuss different topics and shortcut techniques of LR. Okay. Now if each drug means A, B, C, D, E, works on at least means a minimum one organism, but not more than two. It means a maximum two organisms. Minimum one or maximum two. So each drug should work on a minimum one, a maximum two. Minimum one, a maximum two. Next, what is given? Each organism can be treated with. So each of these organisms, P, Q, R, can be treated with at least two. At least two means a minimum two, and at most three. It means a maximum three. At least two and at most three of these five drugs. So each of these organisms should work with, should be treated with at least two or at most three. So minimum two or maximum three. So basically what they are saying is, against the A, minimum one organism you need to give the tick mark. It means minimum one tick mark should come and maximum two tick mark should come. Against the each of these organisms, P, Q, R, a minimum two ticks should come. It means column wise, and maximum three ticks mark should come. That's it. No, fine. Move further. On whichever organism A works, B also works. So here we need to go ahead with the smart approach. On whichever the organism A works, B also works. A is working on organism R, then automatically B works on organism R. And you know the one point that each of the drugs works on at least one and at most two. So here with respect to B, already we got two organisms. So it won't work on organism here. No, wherever A works, B definitely works, right? Wherever A works, definitely B will work. No, B is not working here means A will not work here. Because if A works, B should work. This is a smart approach. Okay. If A works, B should work, but B is not working. So A should not work. That's it. Right. Should both A and B should be together, or A and B should not be. That's it. Right. Next, what is given? On whichever the organism C works, D also works. So C works on organism Q, then automatically D also works on organism Q. Now, with respect to any organism, a minimum two tick marks and maximum three tick marks. Now, already we have three tick marks. So here is a cross mark and here is also cross mark. Right. And with respect to organism P, we have three places. We have three places, but there should be maximum three or minimum two tick marks. Okay. But go to the last clue. The last clue will decide everything. D and E are not working on the same organism. D and E not working on the same organism. Right. But you know very clearly C and D should work. C works on the one organism, D also works. Remember it. Okay. Suppose if E is working on the organism, D should not work. If D won't work, C won't work on that organism. But we need a condition, we have a condition that minimum two and maximum three, which won't work here because four cross marks, which means the possibility of E tick or D cross is ruled out. Then it has to be what? E cross D tick. E cross D tick mark. And if D is tick mark, C is also tick mark because last previous clue, on whichever the organism C works, D also works. Now, minimum one, maximum two. So maximum two are here, so it won't work. Maximum two are here, it won't work. But minimum one is needed, so it has to be. Now it is our final arrangement. So this is the approach that we have to follow for the set. By reading the data and by understanding the technical terms, we have to move on. I hope you are clear with this point. Now, let's move further. What are the different question types they've given? Organism R can be treated with. A, B, C. A, B, and E. Right. Choice B. A drug E works on or only or. That is choice A. The organism that can be treated with three of these of five drugs. That is Q and R. Q and R. The organism that can be treated with three of the five drugs. So A, B, and E, and B, C, D on Q. So Q and R. Okay. So this how we answer the questions. Oh, fine. Now let's go ahead with the other topics as well. Right. Number and letter series. As I told you already, number series, number analogies, number odd minute. Wherever you get number series, number analogies, number odd minute, the important points to remember. Important points to remember. Important points to remember. If you remember these terms, these points, you can answer questions very quickly. The one is prime numbers. Between 1 to 100, first 1 to 100, you will be having 25 prime numbers. So try to by heart these 25 prime numbers. And the squares and perfect squares. Try to remember the squares from 1 to 30. And cubes. Try to remember the cubes from 1 to 15. Try to remember the cubes from 1 to 15. Okay. And I already told you for letter series, letter analogies, letter odd minute, and coding and decoding. All these will be based on the English alphabet. Most of the questions in the coding decoding will be basing on the English alphabet. Okay. So in the English alphabet, you should try to remember the position values of the letters. Position values means A is 1, B is 2, C is 3 to identify the logic quickly. And along with the position values, I suggest you to recognize vowels and consonants quickly so that the logics related to vowels and consonants can be identified. Now, one more is you should know what is exactly opposite pair logic. Opposite pair. This is one of the important logic in all the topics. Opposite pair means sum of the position values are equal to 27. Sum of the position values is equal to 27. Okay. So these points we need to remember to answer the questions. And when it comes to the number series, you should know the pattern. What I mean by pattern means you should know let us see an example 212, 214, 219, or 230, or 247. What is the next number in the series? So you should know or the numbers are increasing rapidly or slowly. Numbers are increasing gradually. If the numbers are increasing gradually, we are going to check the difference logic. It means if the one number to the next number, if there is a small jump, we are going to check the difference logic. If the one number to the next number, if there is a big jump, we say that it is increasing rapidly. If it is increasing rapidly, we are going to check the product logic. This you should know. Then only you can complete the questions in a less time. Now see here, 2 and 5 difference and 11 and 17. Now, you should recognize these numbers 2, 5, 11, 17. Prime numbers and the two alternate prime numbers. 2, 3 is missing. 5, 7 is missing. 11, 13 is missing. After 17 prime number, 19 that we should skip. And again, next prime number is 23. So 247 plus 23, 270 is your answer. So you should know that it is increasing gradually. So we need to check for the difference. And these numbers you need to recognize as I suggested you earlier. These are the prime numbers, alternate prime numbers. Then you can complete this question. Now, I told you to recognize, remember the position values of the letters. C is 3, D is 4, F is 6, I is 9, M is 13. So 3 to 4 plus 1 increase. 4 to 6 plus 2 is happening. 6 to 9 plus 3 is happening. 9 to 13 plus 4 is happening. Now you can see logic clearly. Plus 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4, then it should be plus 5. m plus 5, 13 plus 5, 18. That is or. And also, the very important thing in the logical reasoning is, rather than solving the question, try to eliminate the options. Here we don't have the options, but try to eliminate the options. If there is only one option starting with or, directly you can choose your answer. No need to go for the remaining elements and no need to waste your time. That is called a smart approach. Rather than solving the entire question, look at the options and decide your answer. Elimination process. That helps you a lot. Okay. Now Q is 17, L is 12, H is 8, E is 5, C is 3. Here it is minus 5 or minus 4. Decreasing is happening. Minus 3 or minus 2, then it will be minus 1. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It should be 1. 3 minus 1, it is 2, that is B or B. Even at least now you can check that. How many options are available with RB? If there is only one option is available, you can choose that. Next, I told you to recognize the ovals. A, E, I, but it is MQ. So it is not the ovals logic. A is 1, E is 5, I is 9, and M is 13. So what is happening here? 1 plus 4, 5, 5 plus 4, 9, 9 plus 4, 13. So plus 4 is happening. So 13 plus 4, 17. Now 17 plus 4, 21, that is U or BU. If you thorough with the position values, you can save your time. Okay. Next, even in the analogies as well. Even in the analogies, you should try to recognize the numbers. And you should know that what is the approach to solve the analogies. In the analogies, you need to keep on applying the logic till you get your answer choice. Now 25 is 5 square, 49 is 7 square, 36 is 6 square. What will be next? That is crucial. Right. Now, what is the logic? You may think that 5 plus 2, 7. So 6 plus 2, 8. But 8 square is 64. It is not available. But I can say that this 2 plus 5 is 7. 7 square is 49. 3 plus 6 is 9. 9 square is 81. That's it. That could also be your answer. Okay. Now, if you look at carefully, I told you regarding the opposite pair of letters. Okay. If you can remember this question, you can answer quickly. Cx is opposite pair because C place value is 3. X is 24. Sum is 27. EV is opposite pair. HS is opposite pair. LO is opposite pair. These are opposite pair of letters. F opposite pair. F is 6. In order to get the sum 27, 21 to be added. That is U. If there's only one option is available with U, you can choose your answer. If not, you need to check, verify the other. H opposite is already we identified S. Next. K is 11. To get the 27, 16 to be added, that is P. USP. O identified already. O opposite is L. So OL. USPL is your answer. Right. Similarly, verbal analogy questions. You should try to answer. For this, definitely you need general knowledge skills, GK general knowledge skills, and even sometimes they may ask you antonyms and synonyms. Even vocabulary skills are needed to answer these questions. Okay. Now, even for the odd note, we have to stick to the same. I suggested you to remember the squares, cubes. Now the question comes under cubes. 7, 7 cube. 8, 8 cube. Now 11, 11 cube. These are the analysis, but this is 3-pair analogy, not the odd note questions. Now, similar set of questions. Whatever the logic will be here, whatever the logic that is followed in this set, we need to follow the same one. Whatever the logic is followed here, we need to follow the same one. Okay. So always and always your focus should be on how a larger number is obtained from the smaller numbers. How larger number is obtained from the smaller number is very, very crucial. Okay. Larger number from the smaller numbers. If you can identify that, then easily you can answer these kind of questions. Similar to the missing numbers in figure. Similar to the question types missing number in figures, which they will ask you regularly. In the missing number in figures also, you should always try to find out how the larger number is obtained from the smaller numbers. Okay. Now, let's see the next question types. Here, our main intention is not to answer the question. You should know what are the shortcut techniques and smart approaches. This is a shortcut technique. How a larger number is obtained from the a smaller number. Right. Now, odd man out questions. 5, 15, 25, 35. I know the prime numbers logic. That's why I can decide answer quickly. 15, 25, 35 are composite numbers, whereas 5 is not a composite, it is a prime. So A is the odd man out. Simple. The whatever that we discussed earlier, the same is applicable here. Now, IKMO. Just try to go ahead with the position values. 9, 11, 13, 15. A plus 2 is happening everywhere. 9 to 11, 11 to 13, 13 to 15. Next, a 15, 17, 19, 21. Plus 2, plus 2, plus 2. Next, a 5, 7, 9, sorry, 3, 5, 7, 9. Again, plus 2 is happening. Next, a 5, 7, 9, 11. Again, plus 2 is happening. Everywhere plus 2 is happening. Okay. But if you observe, this IKMO 9, 11, 13, 15 plus 2, 15, 17, 19, 21 plus 2, 3, 5, 7, 9 plus 2, 5, 7, 9, 11 all are plus 2, plus 2, plus 2, plus 2. And everywhere we have two vowels, EI, OU, IO. Everywhere we have the two vowels. Everywhere we have two vowels, and also we have same thing. But you may say that each of these words are starting with vowel, whereas it is not. So choice C is the odd man out. Right. Next, pen, pencil, chalk piece, eraser. These three are used to write, and sharpener is not. So choice D is the odd man out. Next, coding and decoding. Same. You should try to remember the position values of the letters. But even before that, once you need to check that letters present in the word, that is ANTHEM, and letters present in the code NAHTME are same or not, you need to verify. Letters present in the word and letters present in the code, you need to verify. If they are same, within the word, you need to identify the logic. Within the word, you should try to identify the logic. Letters that are present in the word, letters that are present in the code, same or not. If it is yes, you should try to identify the logic within the word. The logic could be what? It could be alphabetical order or reverse alphabetical order, alphabetical order or reverse alphabetical order, or reverse alphabetical order. It could also be reversing the word, reversing the word, or interchanging the group of letters, interchanging group of letters, interchanging group of letters. It could be anything. Now, what is happening here? ANTHEM. So ANTHEM becoming what? NAHTME. It means just they got reversed. That's it. Now, similarly for the word walking, WA should be reversed AW, and LK should become KL, IN should become NI, and the last letter will remain the same. That's it. Next. Now, what to number coding? A bat is coded as 23 and care is coded as 27. How cat will be coded as? Now, again, when what to number is coded, you should know. You should know that what should be your approach. When what to number is coded, there will be two possible logics. One is based on number of letters in the word, based on number of letters in the word, based on number of letters in the word, based on number of letters in the word. One more is based on position values of the letters, based on position values of letters, based on the position values of the letters. I'll tell you that. It means, suppose number of letters in the word bat are 3, They may give you directly bat is coded as 3. Or they may give you bat is coded as 3 square. They may be giving bat is coded as 3 cube. They may give you bat is coded as 3 into 10 30. This is what I am trying to say about based on the number of letters in the word. Based on the position values of the letters means as per this question. That is B position value is 1, B is 2, A is 1, T is 20. Sum of these three is 23. Similarly, the word care. C is 3, A is 1, R is 18, E is 5. Sum is 27. Similarly, I should identify for the cat. C is 3, A is 1, T is 20, so it should be 24. That you should know. So these two are there that you should know before going to the exam. Okay, fine. Let us move to the another topic. See, here I am trying to take as many topics as possible. Okay, and I am trying to explain the shortcut techniques. See, for all the questions, there won't be any shortcut techniques, but you should know some techniques to answer the questions. Logical order and dictionary order questions. These are the topics they give you regularly. For logical order, you should know how to arrange the word, these given terms in the ascending order or descending order of the months which they appear in the year. So, what is the first one to come? Of Feb. And what is the next to come? April. And then next to come June. And then August, October, and December. That you should know. Abhi, which one you want me to explain? Abhirup, which one you want me to explain? Okay. So based on the order which they appear in the year, that order is given. Okay. Now, here dictionary order. We need to arrange these words in the dictionary order. In the dictionary order means the word which comes first. All the letters are starting with P. So we cannot decide. Now let us look at the second letters. I, A, E, E, I, A. So there are two words starting with second letter is with A. Okay, 12th one. What is the 12th one? Right. B's position value is 2. A's position value is 1. T's position value is 20 according to the English alphabet. So 2 plus 1 plus 20 is 23. Care. C position value is 3. A is 1. R is 18. E is 5 in the English alphabet. So 3 plus 1 plus 18 plus 5, 27. Similarly, the word given is cat. C position value is 3. A is 1. T is 20. So 3 plus 1 plus 20 is 24. I hope you are clear, Abhirup, now. Right. So you need to check the second letters. Even if the second letters are same, you need to check with the third letters and so on to decide the dictionary order. First start with the first letter and then with the second letter and then with the third letter and so on. Okay. Next. What is the next model? Of blood relations questions. When it comes to the blood relations, you should know the simple techniques. That is, in blood relations, first of all, you will be having these two kinds of questions. One is data based, one is with symbols based. Symbols based. These two questions regularly they will give you in the exam in Rotec. Now, the techniques that you should know is how to draw the family tree. How to draw the family tree. If you know how to draw the family tree, then easily you can solve. Okay. And also you should know the relation between the persons. It means the different terms like siblings, cousins, nephew, niece, uncle, aunt, grandmother, grandfather, paternal, maternal, and then again, son-in-law, daughter-in-law, father-in-law, mother-in-law, brother-in-law, sister-in-law, grandson, granddaughter, all these technical terms you should know. All the different kinds of relations that you should know. And male, female, his, him refers to the male. He also refers to the male. Next, she, her, Mrs. This all refers to the female. All these you should know. And the above arrow refers to the parents' generation. And below our arrow refers to the child generation. These are all the smart techniques. And the single line refers to the siblings, and two lines refers to the couples. These are all the smart techniques to draw the family tree. That all you should know. Okay. Now let's try this one. Banu is Kiranmai's sister. So the Kiranmai is there. Kiranmai. Kiranmai's sister is Banu. So Banu is a female. Next. Sanjay is Pradul brother, but we cannot link. Kiranmai is Sanjay's daughter. Kiranmai is Sanjay's daughter. So Sanjay is the parent of Kiranmai, but we don't know the gender of the Sanjay. Okay. But it is given Sanjay is Pratul's brother. Sanjay is the brother of Pratul. Sanjay is the brother of Pratul. Now the question, how is Banu related to Pratul? How is Banu related to Pratul? How is Banu related to Pratul? Pratul's brother's daughter. A brother's daughter is a niece. So this you should know. Niece. What do you mean by niece? And how to draw the family tree according to the generation wise. And also you should be able to decide the genders. Okay. So this is how we draw the family tree. Now there will be another kind of questions. You will be given with notations, symbols. Now P2Q means P is a son. The relationship is defined here. P4Q means P is the mother. P6Q means P is the father. P8Q means P is the brother. Then how is E related to I in the expression so and so? Now for even this expression E6G8F2H4I, we should draw the family tree. What is E6G stands for? Here we have E6G, 6. But the 6 means a father. So E is the father of G. E is the father of G, above generation. Now G8F, what do you mean by 8? Brother. G is the brother of Q. So G is the brother of Q. Both are siblings. Those, so they should come in the same generation. Next, 2H4. Sorry, F it is. So F2H. What is F2H? 2 is here son. So F is a son of H. F is a son of H. Already E is the parent of F. So E and H are couple. E is male, H is female. That is a smart thinking. Now, next finally, H4I. What is the 4 stands for? Mother. H is a mother of I. So G, F, I are siblings. Now, what is the question asked? How is E related to I? E is the father of I. E is the father of I. So finally, your answer is of father. So you should know how to draw the family tree. You should know how to convert the notations. Right? Let's see another topic, directions in questions. Even in the directions in questions, the technical terms that you should know is, with on a paper, right hand side is east, left hand side is west, upwards is north, downwards is south. Between north and east, northeast, south and east, southeast, south and west, southwest, north and west, northwest. This you should know. And you should know what is the left, right, while going to the each of the directions. That is, while going to the north, left is west, right is east. While going to the east, left is north, right is south. While going to the south, left is east, right is west. While going to the west, left is south, right is north. All this you should know. Then only you can complete the questions in the less time. And you should know how to see. In directions in question, there will be only 2 types of questions. One is finding the distance, one is finding the directions. And when you're finding the distance, you should know when to apply the Pythagoras rule. When to apply the Pythagoras rule. That you should know. And how to find out the direction. That you should know. Okay. This is a sample question given. Okay. So distance and directions. Most of the questions will be based on this only, distance and direction. And in the distance, you should know when to apply the Pythagoras rule. Okay. Fine. Next one. Symbols notations questions. Where we are going to apply the BODMAS rule. Where we are going to apply the BODMAS rule. So you should know what is the operations of BODMAS. B stands for braces. O stands for off. D stands for division. M stands for multiplication. A stands for addition. S stands for subtraction. Okay. It is given. X means division. Divided by means addition. Plus means subtraction. And minus means multiplication. Now we need to solve this expression. So 84, what is the new expression? Into means a division by 6. Next, minus means multiplication 5. Divided by means addition 16. Plus means subtracting 18, 50. So 6, how many times it goes? 6 ones or 14, 14 6. So 14 into 5 or plus 16 or minus 50. Next preference should be given to the multiplication. 14 5 is 70 plus 16 minus 50. Next preference should be given to the addition. 70 plus 16, 86 minus 50. That is 36. So you should know about the BODMAS rule in the inequalities questions. Next, hidden formula questions. $3.5 they give you as 34. You should identify the logic. $4.6 is 52. Right? How it is? Simple. 3 square plus 5 square. They may give you any logic. 9 plus 25 is 34. So 4 square plus 6 square is 52. So similarly, you should identify 7 square plus 9 square. So these kind of questions, if you practice as many questions possible, you will get the idea. There won't be any shortcut techniques here. Only practice. Only practice will help you in answering these questions. Fine. Now, what are the other question types of Venn diagrams? These are the figure-based questions. I have not taken the data-based questions because in the data-based questions, there won't be any shortcut techniques. But here, I have taken the diagram-based to discuss the smart approaches. How many yellow pulses are there? We have given a triangle and a rectangle and one more triangle. Yellow pulses. Yellow pulses. What is the combo? 15, 8, 6. That's it. That entire value, 15 plus 8, 23 plus 6, 29. There are 29 yellow pulses are there. That's it. It is not said that only yellow pulses. It could also be green. Nothing wrong in that. Okay. Next. A Venn diagram that represents the best one. We need to choose the Venn diagram from the given options which best represents the relationship among the following classes. We have given director, producer, actor. Okay. What is director, producer, actor? Okay, small correction here. It should be like this. And even the answer is safe. Some directors can be producers, and some directors can be actors, or some producers can be actors. So it is choice C. The relationship we have to identify. Next, the syllogism questions. We should know how to draw the basic diagrams. You should know how to draw the basic diagram, and you should know when to draw the alternate diagram. By knowing these two, you can answer these questions very quickly. This this will give you the edge comparing to the other students in completing the questions in less time. Let me see this question. Some pink or blue, and some blue or red. This is a basic diagram. Now let's decide your conclusions. Some pink is red. No, does not follow. All blue or pink. All blue is not inside pink. Does not follow. That's it. Neither one nor two follows. Choice B. Why it is directly I am saying does not follow through the basic diagram? That concept you should know. Once you know the concept, then you can apply very smartly. Okay. Next, you should also be knowing about the non-verbal reasoning questions. There won't be any shortcut techniques in the non-verbal reasoning. Okay, but a practice. With the practice, you can do smartly. Right. I have taken one example: mirror image, water image questions. We need to identify the mirror image question. In the non-verbal reasoning, you will be having a series, analogies, odd man out, paper cutting, paper folding, figure completion, so many. I have taken one example. What you should know about the mirror image. In the mirror image, the basic things that you should know is left side elements will comes to right side element will move to left side. This is a basic rule. That rule you should know to complete this question. And top and bottom remains same. There won't be any change in that. And objects which are close to the mirror will appear close to the mirror. And the objects which are far away from the mirror will appear far away from the mirror. Now this S will be close to the mirror. It will appear like this. L will be like this. 6 will be like this. And Q will be this way. What is the correct answer for this question? Choice A. Okay. Fine. Next one. dice, where you can apply the shortcut techniques. Here we will be having a shortcut techniques. Okay. The question is asked, which number is opposite to 4? Right. Which number is opposite to 4? If you observe carefully, 4, 1 and 3 are adjacent, 2 and 4 are, 2 and 5 are adjacent. Remaining is 6. So 4 is opposite 6. That you can decide. Simple, right? Now there is a one other shortcut technique. Okay. Now take any two figures where only one element is common. 143, 632. All the elements are different. Okay. 3 is common. Only 3 is common. Yes. Start from the 3 and write the elements in the clockwise direction. These are dice 1, dice 2, dice 3. Now let me take the D1. Starting with 3, clockwise direction 3, and then 4, and then 1. Next, starting from 3 in the clockwise, 6, and next 2. So you can say that 1 and 2 are opposite, 4 and 6 are opposite, remaining is 5. 3 and 5 are opposite. A simple technique. Take the two dice where only one element is common. One element is common. And write in the clockwise direction. And then you can decide opposite faces. Okay. Next one. Critical reasoning. This is something that where you don't have a shortcut techniques, but how to answer the questions means you should be good in vocabulary. You should be good at vocabulary. And also you should be good at reading skills. And fast reading will help you a lot. And understanding skills. Understanding skills. These three are needed along with how to answer the assumptions, conclusions, reasons, weak and strong and weak arguments, cause and effect, cause and effect. These are concepts you should know. Without knowing the concepts of these questions, you cannot complete these questions. Yes, you may complete with the general intelligence skills, but generally I suggest you to understand the concepts. Okay, so there are several topics are there, several approaches are there, or wherever the shortcuts are possible, you need to apply the shortcuts. And wherever the smart thinking is needed, that smart thinking is also needed, right? This is all about our today's session. So various topics and their approaches, and for different two different exams, what should be our approaches, that all we discussed here, right? Now that's all for today. If you have any queries, you may ask, and at any point of time you can get back to us by writing the mail to help@timeforeducation.com. Okay. If you have any queries, please. Then that's it for today. Thank you all. Have a great day. Good night.